fifth graders. I miss you guys. I haven't seen you in so long. I thought what we'd do today is something really fun, really silly. We're gonna draw the Loot Llama from Fortnite. So I've never drawn anything like this before, so bear with me. We're gonna do this together. You're gonna need paper, pencil, eraser, and then if you have crayons or colored pencils or markers later, that would be great. So we're gonna start off with his eye. We're gonna do either an oval or a circle, and then a dark dot in the middle for his pupil. And then we're gonna do a curved line, and this back line, don't go past the eye too much. We're gonna come curve down. And then right here for his nose, we're gonna do a straight line. And then we're gonna do a diagonal line and end it right about where the back of the eye ends. So this is all lining up. And then we can do a circle here. That's gonna be part of his mouth. And then we're gonna do a line like this. And then a short line and go back diagonally inside. That's gonna be his teeth. And then right here at this point, we're gonna come down and then curve back into that circle. So this is the bottom of his jaw, his teeth, and then this is the nose area. And always remember that you can pause if you need more time. Pause the video. And then we're gonna do 2 lines here and 2 lines here diagonally. And then we're gonna do some zigzag lines. So we're gonna start at his neck. We're gonna do zigzag lines all the way down. And same thing on this side of the neck, zigzag lines, probably about halfway against this line. And then we're gonna go over here and draw a straight line. And then we're gonna do zigzags again. And then down here, we're actually gonna make, it kind of looks like the top of a castle. It's zigzags, but they're straight, kind of like half boxes, half squares. And connect it all the way to the end of this body. And then his tail is streamers. So we're gonna draw wavy lines. And you can add as many wavy lines as you want. Some can overlap too. And you close them with a straight line. And then we need something for his satchel to carry the loot in. So we're gonna draw 2 lines and a line straight across to close it. And then we're gonna draw kind of like an upside down letter U or a semicircle. And then inside here, we're gonna do a rectangle. This is for the lock. So we got our rectangle. And then in the middle of the rectangle, we're gonna do a curved line here. And same thing on the other side. And down here, we're gonna do a square and a circle for the dial. And then let's come back up here. We're gonna do 2 rectangles. And inside the rectangles, I want you to draw 2 lines. And then we're gonna go like this, and like this, and like that. And then we're gonna start here, and we're gonna draw kind of like the letter L. Down and then in. And same thing on the other side, it'll be a backwards L, down and in. And then he has an arrow on his satchel, so draw the top part of a triangle, and then 2 small lines going inward towards each other. And then we're gonna finish that off with the bottom of a rectangle. All right, now let's do some legs. So we're gonna do a diagonal line and then pick a faraway spot and you're gonna do a diagonal line again, but when you come towards the bottom, you're gonna kind of close the gap in between the two diagonal lines. So I'm going farther away, and then I'm doing diagonal, but going a little bit closer towards that first line. And then we're gonna close that off with a straight line, and then just draw a square underneath for his hoof. Same thing, diagonal line, and then pick a spot a little bit further away and draw a diagonal, but it's gonna be coming in close towards the bottom of the first line. Close it off with a straight line, and then draw a square for the hoof. And then he has this kind of castle pattern shape, you would say, all over his body. So we're gonna repeat that. Start somewhere in the middle of the neck and just draw those squares, zigzag squares, I guess. And then follow the line you drew and pick it back up on the other side where his back is. And skip a space. Draw the square zigzags, follow the line, invisibly follow the line to this spot, and pick it back up. And repeat. All right, we're gonna come back up here. We're gonna do an ear. So somewhere near the back of his head, I want you to draw a straight line, and then a diagonal line at the top, and then come down and then curve inward. And let's try to make him a little more 3D. So let's do a second ear back here. Line, diagonal, and in. And it's okay if it touches the first ear. And then come back over here, and we're gonna draw a line on top of its head. There should be like a space right here, and then connect it to that part. And then come down here, curve, and connect it to that part. And we can draw his little nostrils with circles or ovals. And then let's do some 3D teeth. So the top of his teeth, I want you to draw a diagonal line, come down a little bit, connect it to the jaw, and then come down here and connect the other part to the bottom of his chin. And then we're gonna extend these two lines this way. And then we need zigzags this way to give the illusion that he has a front part of his chest. So right here, where his back of his chin meets the head, I want you to start some zigzags. And you're gonna try to follow the same point as the front part of his chest. All right, now when you get to the bottom, you're gonna continue this kind of castle zigzag, this square zigzag, like that. And you're gonna do it the same points as where the side meets it. Looking good. Now we just need to add 2 more legs to give it that full 3D effect. So again, diagonal. You can start here where the other leg was, but then again, when you come down here, it's gonna get narrower and skinnier, like that. Close it off with a line, and then add a square for the hoof. And we'll do right here, skinnier at the bottom, close it off, and add a square. And there we have our 3D Loot Llama. And check out the second video of how I colored him. What I would suggest is maybe taking a marker, if you have it, and outlining it, say for instance black. Trace everything that you did in pencil with black, and then start the coloring.